Welcome to the Better Together Here podcast with your hosts Devin
and Ashley,
helping you make the most of your time in New York City. Hey everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the Better Together Here podcast. My name is Devin.
And my name is Ashley.
And in this episode, we are going to dive into all things Chelsea Market. Chelsea Market is an amazing place to go, whether you're visiting or you live here. There are dozens of shops, places to eat, and it has a really, really cool history that we're going to let you in on. So let's get right into it. First thing, Chelsea Market is, to no surprise, located in the neighborhood of Chelsea. The market itself was originally constructed in the 1890s and was the home of National Biscuit Company, aka Nabisco, from the late 1890s until about 1956. Fun fact, arguably the most interesting thing about the history of Chelsea Market is that the Oreo cookie was invented and first produced in this building. So I love Oreos.
Big Oreo fan. Absolute incredible cookie. I'm also a really big saltine girl myself. That was like one of my major food groups growing up. So to be in the building where these things were being made, pretty cool.
When you go into Chelsea Market, make sure that you check out some of these historical pieces that are there. They have some plaques with information, some of which we've talked about. They have displays with different historical pieces from National Biscuit Company and old signage and old pictures from the time when it was the factory for Nabisco. So it's a really cool piece of history in itself. It was redeveloped in the 1990s and is now owned by Alphabet Inc., which is the parent company of Google. The bulk of the market, including the shops and places to eat, are on the main concourse level, but on upper levels, there's actually office space for companies like Oxygen Network, MLB.com, Google, YouTube, and even the Food Network. So it's a building with a lot of history, and it's in a historical area, the Meatpacking District, which is home to so many different fun restaurants and things to do. We've talked about Pier 57, which is just a short walk from Chelsea Market. We've talked about Little Island, which is also a short walk from here. The High Line is right next to Chelsea Market, which the High Line was actually a rail line, an elevated rail line that was used to transport food items from the Meatpacking District, usually uptown, whether that was to be delivered to people within the city or to be put onto boats or to different areas to go in other places. So that raised railroad has now been converted into a park, and that is right next to Chelsea Market. So there's so much you can do just right in this one little area.
I highly recommend spending probably at least half a day in Chelsea in general, if you have the time, because it's just a very cool, classic New York area. There's cobblestone streets, beautiful brick buildings, awesome restaurants, really cool parks like the High Line and Little Island, and just a really fun spot to walk around. I just think that Chelsea is a really cool area of the city, and you get a very unique neighborhood experience that you don't necessarily get in other spots.
Agreed. Chelsea is an awesome area to explore, and one of the highlights is Chelsea Market. So the format of Chelsea Market, as the name implies, there are dozens and dozens of food places, places to shop, things to see, little mini markets inside the market. Like, there's just a lot going on in there. You can go in Chelsea Market and spend hours. And there's actually even some kind of more general grocery shopping. Like, if you live in New York and want to grab some higher end cheeses or meats or pastas, even, there's those options within Chelsea Market.
I will say, on the grocery aspect of Chelsea Market, it's probably not where you want to go to get your everyday haul of groceries. But if you wanted an imported specialty type of pasta, you could get that at Chelsea Market. If you wanted a really nice cut of fresh fish, you could get that at Chelsea Market. But I probably wouldn't go there for all of your grocery needs because it would add up and be pretty expensive.
Agreed. And on that note, some of the best shops within Chelsea Market. So Saxelby Cheesemongers, which is just high-end, a lot of them imported cheeses. Sarabeth's Bakery is a chain throughout New York, but is also within Chelsea Market. There's Pearl River Mart, which is all Asian goods, and they have an Asian grocery section in the downstairs. So there's kind of some of those more niche shopping/shop type things. There's also the Heatonist, which, if you watch Hot Ones on YouTube, a lot of the sauces that are on that show are sourced by the Heatonist, and they have a tasting area. They'll let you sample some different hot sauces, and you can buy a lot of the hot sauces. This is in the lower level of Chelsea Market. Definitely recommend checking out the Heatonist. We've gotten some really, really good hot sauces from there before. As for other shops, there are more standard ones. There is an Anthropologie.
Which, say what you will about Anthropologie, but I love it. I'm here for the candles. I'm here for the fun clothes. Sometimes they have good sales. I know they're expensive, but I feel like if there was going to be one mainstream clothing brand that was in Chelsea Market, it makes sense that it's an Anthropologie. But that's my opinion. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it. And two of our probably favorite shops within Chelsea Market. The first is going to be Artists and Fleas. So there's actually a couple different Artists and Fleas throughout New York City. I believe there's one in Brooklyn and maybe one in Soho, but think of it as its own little mini market inside of Chelsea Market. And its focus is more on local artists. And that means you're going to get some unique clothing. You'll have candle shops. There's a lot of jewelry. There's cool prints. There's sometimes even a tattoo parlor. You can get your ears pierced. There's all kinds of things that you can do inside Chelsea Market.
You can get your ears pierced, or you did get your ear pierced?
I can.
With Harvey.
And I did get my ear pierced for the first time in my life in Chelsea Market. So Chelsea Market has a lot of deep meaning for a lot of reasons for us. Artists and Fleas. Make sure you check it out. Specifically, there are some really, really cool, unique prints, like from the New York Post and the New Yorker, and there's a lot of really good jewelry options. So make sure you check out Artists and Fleas, wide variety of things.
Artists and Fleas is also an awesome place to check out if you are wanting to buy a gift for somebody while you're in New York City. I would recommend going to Artists and Fleas and supporting a local artist, buying some local jewelry, a handmade candle, a cool printed t-shirt, a vintage poster, something like that, rather than going into one of the many tourist trap NYC themed stores around like Times Square to get someone an I Love New York t-shirt that they're probably not going to wear. Go get something more personal at Artists and Fleas and support the local economy and support local art.
And on a similar note, arguably our favorite store is Posman Books, which is just next to Artists and Fleas within Chelsea Market. And it is a very unique, trendy bookstore that also has a lot of fun kind of trinkets and gifts. And they have an amazing card selection. So if you like fun thank you cards or birthday cards, they have a really great selection. A lot of them, again, from local artists. But again, a wide variety of books, all types, a lot of New York-centric books. It's just, there's a lot in there to explore.
Posman Books, I feel like, really has something for everybody. They have a whole section that's just puzzles. They have a board game area. They have kids' books. They have adult books. They have New York-themed books. Like Devin mentioned, they have an amazing selection of like greeting cards and birthday cards. They have a whole bunch of really cool magnets. They really do a good job with a small amount of space.
And again, a great place to grab a unique gift for someone if you're visiting that they'll actually love and enjoy. And that leads us to this episode's You'll Have to Check It Out segment.
The next stop is
Starbucks Reserve. There are multiple Starbucks Reserve locations in the world, and I believe there's multiple actually in New York. I could be wrong on that. But according to their website, they describe Starbucks Reserve as combining the art and craft of coffee in an immersive and thoughtfully designed environment. This one-of-a-kind space features an impressive mix of bars and custom details. It's not your average Starbucks. This is a massive, massive area. They actually do bean roasting, like coffee roasting in front of you, and you can see all of the stills and different paths that it goes along, and it's a wild process to look at.
It really is a beautiful space. Like walking in there, like Devin said, this is not a normal Starbucks. This is a absolutely massive area with multiple spots to get food, multiple spots to get specialty coffee drinks. There are 3 floors. There's a bar, which was awesome. One time Devin and I went and we got an espresso martini flight and tried 4 different types of espresso martinis, which were all really amazing, and a lot of other like coffee themed cocktails, which is a very interesting, unique experience to have.
And if you want to, you can buy bulk coffee even. They have a lot of different like grounds or whole beans that you can buy. So it is an awesome place to check out. And the best part, it is right next to Chelsea Market, literally a 2 to 4 minute walk from there. Okay, and now back to Chelsea Market.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
We're going to talk about the best places to eat in Chelsea Market. So our recommendation, if you are going to go explore Chelsea Market, plan on, again, being there for, let's say, 45 minutes to 2 hours, depending on your level of how much you like to shop and explore and see things. Plan on seeing some shops and plan on grabbing food from at least one place. Some of the highlights: Los Tacos #1. There will always be a line. Los Tacos #1 is often voted the most popular taco spot in New York City. They have amazing street tacos. Definitely worth checking out.
In my opinion, I think Los Tacos #1 has some of the best tacos in New York City. And being from California, I'm a little bit of a Mexican food snob. So I think Los Tacos #1 has phenomenal food. And like Devin said, there is always going to be a line, but it moves pretty quickly. You shouldn't wait in line for longer than 15 minutes.
A couple other food options that we have tried and enjoyed: Berlin Currywurst, Creamline American Classics, which has good burgers and shakes, Takumi Taco, which is like a Japanese-Mexican food blend, La Devozione, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, but it is a nice Italian spot with fresh pastas and unique cocktails.
La Devozione, again, I'm probably saying that wrong too. That's a fun spot to go if you want to get like a cocktail and you want to get like some hearty pasta. And I think it's really beautiful in there. And they do have like an open kitchen concept where you can see them making the food, which I always think is fun.
One of our spots that we frequent the most inside Chelsea Market is probably the Lobster Place. It's a big kind of seafood hall. You walk in and they have a few different places you can order from. One of the areas kind of focuses on oysters. Another focuses on different sushis. Towards the back, they have things like lobster rolls and those types of things. But it's all seafood within this little kind of mini food hall within Chelsea Market.
They also have Old Bay seasoned fries inside of the Lobster Place. And those are a can't miss, in my opinion.
And then if you want a dessert, check out A Taste of Economy Candy. So Economy Candy is a candy shop that has been in New York for a very, very long time. And this is just like a mini version of that. And there's also Dough Nuttery, which is kind of donut whole size, small donuts that have very unique flavor toppings on them. Think Fruity Pebbles or green matcha and like just weird, unique flavor combinations. And I think the minimum you can order is 5 or 6. And then you order a couple different flavors. So it's a nice place to go with, a couple people or whoever you're with and grab a handful of donuts and get to try a bunch of different flavors. And that's Chelsea Market. There are certainly many more shops, many more places to eat inside. If you want, you can check out their website where they have a full listing of everything that's inside there, or just go and explore it. And again, plan on spending some time down there. When you're done, or before you go to Chelsea Market, walk the High Line, go see Little Island, go check out Pier 57. There's a lot to do in this one small area, and it's very easily accessible via the subway, car, city bike, however you are getting around. If you haven't already, please sign up for our newsletter. We email once a week with important tips, insights, and articles about New York City that you don't want to miss. If you have not already, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you're listening. We look at every single review. We respond to every email. You can email us and ask us questions, and we will respond. And other than that, we'll catch you on the next episode.
This is the last stop on this train. Everyone, please leave the train. Thank you for riding with us.